FTL, Grand Theft Auto 4, Donkey Kong Country, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, and Giants Citizen Kabuto. I'm going to be putting these 5 randomly selected games in order from best to worst. But before we get started, down in the comments, you put them in order from best to worst in your opinion, and then compare your list to my list. That's the name of the game. Welcome to Ranking 5 Random Video Games. Begin the ranking. Okay, so I'm going to come clean here. Most of the time when we do these lists, I have played all the games on this list. I have not even heard of Giant Citizens Kabuto.
Shut, Mr. Bass. Mr. Basil.
So I had to do a little bit of research, and I'm guessing a lot of you will need to know a little bit about this game as well, so let me fill you in. Giants Citizen Kabuto is a third-person shooter video game with real-time strategy elements. It was a cult hit on the PlayStation 2, and when I watched gameplay footage of it, it kind of seemed like it took a little bit of inspiration from games like Oblivion or Morrowind, but it also had alien titties, and it came out before Oblivion. I don't think it came out before Morrowind, but it was right around the time of Morrowind. A lot of people have a lot of fun memories of this game. It looks super neat, but it also looks like it has not aged well at all.
The feeling for Reggie can't be contained. Come in there.
So, we'll take this game we've never heard of, and we're gonna first put it up against, let's say, an easy one. The Force Unleashed 2. Now, I am somebody who is a pretty staunch defender of The Force Unleashed 1. To me, it was like a slightly less polished version of God of War, but you got to use the lightsaber. Star Wars, great music. Who would win in a fight, Starkiller or Kratos? Definitely Kratos. The Force Unleashed 2, however, not that good. They took a lot of what was good about the first game, overcomplicated it, underbaked it, and leaned in too hard to a story that wasn't that good.
Wait! You want him dead as much as I do. Yes, but not yet. Not until he's told us the Empire's secrets.
Now, if you read the Wikipedia entry for this game, it does start to become clear why maybe the story was horrible. Hayden Blackman served as a writer for the sequel and was only given a mere 3 weeks by LucasArts to write the game's script. Obviously, we did get that iconic scene of Starkiller yelling at Darth Vader, and Darth Vader doesn't care.
You've taken everything from me! Your feelings for her are not real.
But the story's dumb. It's a dumb game. So by the power of filling in the blanks, I'm putting it below Citizen Kabuto. Giant. Okay, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 is a game that is, when you think back on it, when you haven't played it in a while, you will trick yourself into believing it's really, really fun. But then when you go back and play it, about 30 minutes into it, you realize it's not that fun. You know, I don't think I'm alone in saying that those games are so close to being incredible and super fun, but they're lacking something that I can't elucidate right now. That being said, I think the story's pretty good. I think it's a good story. I think it's a well-told story. I think the characters are really strong.
Man, who the hell ever heard of a metrosexual ex-gangster, man? I'm a lord, man, not a lady. This show is gonna make me famous.
You are gonna be famous.
Shit. Yo, Nico, man, what am I supposed to do here, man?
Do what you want, as long as it doesn't involve me.
Nico, hey, it's me, Mario. Okay, I don't know where that came from. GTA versus Giant Citizens Kabuto. I think there's no doubt in my mind that if I had played Giant, I would think it's better. But I haven't, and you probably haven't either. And unfortunately, when you watch gameplay footage of Giant Kabuto, it does remind me a lot of that. If any of you have watched that episode of VG Wham I did where I played that one game starring like the skin lizard running around on that island, it kind of looks like that. And that game wasn't fun at all. So I think probably we got to put GTA above Giant. I think probably. At the very least, just because the story and the characters are good, and the story in Giant Kabuto seems really annoying. Now let's throw FTL into the mix. I don't mean to betray my hand just immediately, but I'm going to be honest. I think FTL is an incredible video game. I know that the end of that game is super unfair and comes down to luck, but the process of getting there is some of the most fun you can have with a brain. If you find yourself with a brain that you are capable of utilizing, play FTL and you'll be like, wow, this is one of the coolest things that I've had to use my brain for. It's so goddamn fun. It might be the game that has the biggest disparity between how not fun it looks when you look at it and how fun it is when you play it, which is kind of something that is true of this developer, because I believe they went on to make that one chess looking game that every time I look at it, I'm like, that looks really boring. And FTL is the same way. It's, I know if you've never played it, you look at it and you go, that I could not want to play a game less. That looks boring as all heck. But it is so goddamn fun. FTL goes at the top. Our last contender is Donkey Kong Country 1. Donkey Kong Country 1 in particular is not a platformer that I particularly like. I think the sprites are too big. I think it's got a great vibe and it's got a great look, but it's kind of inelegantly designed as a video game. I think the sprites are too big. It's hard to parse the levels when you look at them.
I think the sprites are too big.
They did tighten it up in the sequel, you know, you can't deny that. And they really tightened it up in the sequel, because Tropical Freeze is perhaps the best platformer that's ever been made. But that first game, sprites are too big. Is it better than The Force Unleashed 2? Yeah. Is it better than Giant Citizens Kabuto? Probably not. Sorry, Donkey. Okay, the ranking is done. Here's my list. At number 5, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Number 4, Donkey Kong Country. Number 3, Giant Citizen Kabuto. Number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 4. And the number 1 game of 2022's top 5 games of these random games is FTL, Faster Than Light. Congratulations, FTL. You are an awesome game. You're a great game. How did your list compare to my list? My prediction for your list is going to be like this. I think most of you are going to put Giant Citizens Kabuto at the bottom because you never played it. Then you're going to go Force Unleashed 2, GTA 4, and I think you'll put Donkey Kong Country 2 and FTL number 1. I think a lot of people are going to agree with me that FTL is the best of these games, unless you played Giants Citizens Kabutos. People who play that game, I guarantee you were putting that at number 1. No question. And if somebody actually did play that game and you're planning on not commenting, you need to comment and tell me all about that game. I kind of want to play it now, whatever it is. Maybe I'll do a video on it sometime. Okay, thanks for watching this next 5 video games ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me and you want to help this channel thrive and not die, consider supporting me on Patreon, posting clips on TikTok, giving it a like, giving it a thumbs up, you know, all that good stuff. But if you just want to sit back, watch a video while you eat some pizza after work, as I know that you're doing right now, that's totally fine too. Come back next time. That's the best way to enjoy YouTube, is at a distance. Don't comment on anything. Just watch it on your TV while you're eating for dinner before you go to bed, so you have, because you have to go to work again in the morning. Okay? That's what you should do. And in the meantime, enjoy the song today. Thank you so much.
Okay.